So I got to play Wolfenstein Youngblood on Nintendo Switch at E3 2019, and it's good. It's very good. Now, the demo itself, they claim it's a 15-minute demo, but as someone who played Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, and I also played the original Wolfenstein, I guess original reboot of the Wolfenstein franchise is probably a better way to put it. It wasn't 15 minutes. You could zoom through this demo in less than 5. So I ended up spending 10 minutes with it because this game is a little bit different than the last one in that it's co-op. So I was playing with another person, and they weren't as experienced, so it took them longer to realize what to do to get through the demo. The demo is very much a vertical slice of Wolfenstein Youngblood. They had 2 demos of Wolfenstein Youngblood available at E3. One of them was exclusively on PC and was a much grander demo, 25, 30 minutes, bigger areas, all that jazz. The Switch demo, they were very, shall we say, restrictive? We weren't really allowed to record footage, although footage of it exists out there, and you're seeing some on screen, and I'll link to where I got this footage from. But you basically are in an enclosed area. I don't know if it's like a base or a train or exactly what it is, and you're just moving through this, doing your thing and taking out the Nazis, which is, what you do in Wolfenstein, since it is an alternative reality where they won World War II. And it's interesting going through all of it because the gameplay feels great. It feels fantastic. The big difference in this game is that there's another person in there playing the game with you. And honestly, it didn't ruin the experience. The small bits of puzzle elements were just as good. The combat was great. The game looked fantastic, by the way. I honestly think in docked mode it was running at 720p, locked 30 FPS the entire time through, which is fantastic. But again, vertical slice of the game. This was in a corridor area with rooms. This is literally the ideal situation for Wolfenstein on Switch. Areas like this in Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus on Switch, also ran at 720p and 30 FPS. Like, it also ran very, very well. So this is probably why this demo takes place here, whereas the PC demo takes place in a much more open area, because they don't want you to see what this game runs like when you get out of these kinds of areas, because you're going to see resolution dips, again, well below, HD and even possibly below standard definition. You're going to see frame rates that go from a rock solid 30 and dip down to like 20, 22 FPS, something like that. Again, we know what this game is going to run like because it's literally the same engine, the same visuals that they put in the last game. If you were hoping for a visual leap forward here, this is not it. This is a $40 game. We need to remember that this is essentially a long-winded expansion of Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, but it's standalone. Think about this more in the terms of New Super Luigi U. It's just more New Super Mario Bros. U, but it's standalone DLC, so it's a bit more of a premium price. So $40 to play this game, and playing with another person was fine. It was great. Obviously, we didn't communicate very well. I was too focused on what I wanted to do, which was take out all the enemies. It's a very basic demo. You take all the enemies, you solve one puzzle, which is finding the password to a door, right? So there's a keypad, and you got to find the password to that keypad. It's really not that hard to find. It ended up being on some desk in a notebook. No big deal. I think I might even remember the password. It's like 8341 or something like that. Anyways, you go through that password door, and then the whole demo eventually ends after you take out. Well, you don't even have to take out all the Nazis. You can just rush to the end if you want. Where both of you have to go up to a door, hit a button, and then you guys both lift that door together, and that's where the demo ends. And I assume once you lift through that door, you go in either straight into a cutscene and some other stuff, or you go into a bigger area, which again they don't want to show off on Switch because it's not going to look that impressive. So my general takeaways then is that this game is just as good as the last one. If you actually really liked Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, which I really enjoyed on Switch, it was a really fun game. I the performance issues or any of the frame rate dips, it honestly ended up not really bothering me. The game itself was just really, really good. So if you really enjoy that game, you're going to enjoy this one. You do not need to play it in co-op, of course. As always, with almost all of these co-op games, the co-op is optional. You do not need to play with another person. I didn't find out if there was online co-op or if it's just local. It is notable in the co-op situation, we were both playing on our own Switch, so I'm not sure if there's even a split screen option. Again, these are things that I probably should have asked, but I guess I really wasn't interested in at the time. I just wanted to play the game. So I guess I'll just end this by saying that, hey, you know what? The game is really damn good, and if you liked Wolfenstein, the New Colossus, you're going to like this one too. And that's really all there is to say. It's just more of the same, except now you can play with a friend if you like. Anyways, you guys let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. If you happen to like this impression, let me know. I know it's one of my shorter impressions, but it's also one of the ones where the demo didn't really, it just felt like I was playing, it just literally felt like I was playing Wolfenstein from last year. So it's $40 if you happen to skip last year's one because of the price. Well, this one's $40. It's there day and date with all the other systems. So if you skipped out on the last one, but you want to give the Wolfenstein franchise a try, this is probably another good option for you. So, yeah, I guess it gets my recommendation if you can accept that it's not going to stay at 720p and it is going to have some dips. At this point, you should know how Wolfenstein and Doom are going to run on Switch, and if that's acceptable to you, go ahead and pick this one up and have a great time because it is a lot of fun. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Subscribe for more. Share this video around. Wouldn't it be a shame if the Nintendo Switch version impressions of Wolfenstein Youngblood became the top viewed impressions of Wolfenstein Youngblood coming out of E3? Wouldn't it be a shame to have Wolfenstein Switch impressions suddenly be the most viewed impressions of the game? Wouldn't it be a shame for this game to sell best on Switch? Oh, man. What would the haters have to say then? All right, folks. I'll catch you in the next one.